Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sound test. Too high, too low? Huh? For the people in the back, it's good. Okay, we'll leave it as it is. Is English okay for everyone? Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari 1, 2, 3 Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jashodanandana Rajajana Ranjana Jashodanandana Rajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jashodanandana Rajajana Ranjana Jashodanandana Rajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jai Om Vishnupad Panamansa Parivrajagacharya Ashto Tarasata Shri Srimad A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Panamansa Parivrajagacharya Ashto Tarasata Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Sham Kun Radha Kundagiri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Jamana Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Gaur Premanande. Hari. Thank you very much for taking part in this evening's program. We'd like to begin by asking you to please check your mobile and see that it's in silent mode or off. Sabhi mobile band kijiye. I'll check mine also. We're reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 4, text 38. If your phone has Bhagavad Gita as it is on it, you can turn it back on. Na hi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate tatsvayam yoga sansiddha kalena atmani vindate vindati nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate tatsvayam yoga sansiddha kalen atmani vindati nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate tatsvayam yoga sansiddha kalen atmani vindati. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate tatsvayam yoga sansiddha kalen atmani vindati. Nahi jnanena sadrisham Tvamiha vidyate yot samsiddha kalenatmani vindati nothing. He certainly Jnanena with knowledge, Sadrisham in comparison, Pavitram sanctified, Iha in this world, Vidyate exists, Tat that, Swayam himself, Yoga in devotion, Samsiddha he who is mature, Kalena in due course of time, Atmani in himself, Vindati enjoys. In this world there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Such knowledge is the mature fruit of all mysticism. And one who has become accomplished in the practice of devotional service enjoys this knowledge within himself in due course of time. Purport. When we speak of transcendental knowledge, we do so in terms of spiritual understanding. As such, there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Ignorance is the cause of our bondage, and knowledge is the cause of our liberation. Security, can you find out whose phone that is and do something about it? Ignorance is the cause of our bondage, and knowledge is the cause of our liberation. This knowledge is the mature fruit of devotional service, and when one is situated in transcendental knowledge, he need not search for peace elsewhere, for he enjoys peace within himself. In other words, this knowledge and peace culminate in Krishna consciousness. That is the last word in the Bhagavad Gita. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadhati Shapadantikam Vandehang Shri Guru Shri Jatapada Kamalang Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Shagrajatam Shahagana Raganatan Vitam Stam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Shahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kamshana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hori Priye Vanchako Patarubhyascha Kripa Sindho Bhyaeva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vashadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. See what we can do here. It's like they've got a ventilation system or something. So drafty. Deadly. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate tat svayam yoga samsiddha kalen atmani vindati. In this section of the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna extols, glorifies transcendental knowledge. Gyan. Gyan doesn't mean the speculative mental concoctions of the philosopher or the arguer. It means knowledge received through the parampara system. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshana. There are two systems of knowledge. One is the system of climbing up by my scientific research, by my logic, by my thinking power. Trying to climb up to the truth. That method will always fail because the mind and intelligence are imperfect and affected by the material energy. Since people are only coming through one door, could you close that one door at least and leave the second one open? Right hand door, band kijiye. People are only coming in through one side anyway. Thank you. The mind is imperfect, the intelligence is imperfect, and elsewhere Krishna says that the Indriyani mano buddhir asyadishtanam uchite. The mind, the senses, the intelligence are the strategic locations that are attacked by material desire. And those material desires distort what we get through our mind and intelligence. So we misuse our mind and intelligence by directing them toward sense gratification. Just like the cat has intelligence. In the Western countries, they like to keep cats and dogs in the house. So if someone's keeping a cat, then someone is keeping some milk on their table, but the cat doesn't jump up and get the milk. The cat waits till you leave the room, then the cat jumps up and gets the milk. That's intelligence. But the intelligence is directed toward sense gratification. So similarly, the human beings also, they have great intelligence, but they direct that intelligence toward eating, toward sleeping, toward sex enjoyment, and toward security and defense. So much so that our security and defense agencies are called intelligence agencies. So people are directing their intelligence toward these four things only, which the animals are also busy with. And even when we come to philosophy, we invent some philosophy or follow some philosophy that we think is conducive to our sense gratification. And the ultimate such philosophy is the philosophy that I'm also God. With that philosophy, I become the greatest. And what could be more gratifying than to be the greatest? So in this way, because their intelligence is polluted, avishuddha buddhaya, they come up with some idea which is not at all sensible. If I'm God, why am I being kicked by Maya? That I can't explain. Why God is being kicked around like a dog. No. So this is all rubbish. But this is the kind of rubbish one arrives at by speculation. The other process, instead of trying to climb up and get knowledge, is to receive knowledge coming down. And this is the process recommended in the Bhagavad Gita. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshana. To receive knowledge coming down, originally from Lord Krishna. Imam vivashrute yogam proktaman. Aham avyayam. Vivashan manave praha manuriksha kave bravid. Evam parampara praptam. Imam rajarshiyo vidu. Lord Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to Vivashan, the god of the sun. Vivashan spoke it to his son Manu. Manu spoke it to his son Ikshaku. And it was coming down in succession, parampara. And the Rajarshis understood it in that way. So one has to approach the Tattvadarshi, the person who sees the truth because he's seeing through the eyes of authority. Yes. Pashanti jnana chakshusha. Vimudha nanu pashanti, pashanti jnana chakshusha. The materialistic fools will never be able to understand what is what. They'll never understand who they are, what this world is, what's beyond this world, what the purpose of life is. By their mental speculation, they'll never understand. But pashanti jnana chakshusha, those who have eyes of real knowledge can see. And how does one get those eyes of knowledge? By hearing. Tad vidhi pranipatena. By hearing submissively from those who've received this knowledge in the succession, starting from Lord Krishna himself. And Lord Krishna describes the benefit of that knowledge in just a few verses earlier. Yajgatva na punar moham evam yasyasi pandava yena bhutan yasheshani drakshyas yatman yato mayi. My dear Arjun, when you've understood this knowledge, Napunar moham, you'll never be an illusion again. Yena bhutanya sheshani drakshasyatman yatomai. Because you'll see that all the living beings are within me. That they're mine. Mamivam sajiva loke, jiva bhuta sanatana. All these living beings are part of Lord Krishna. All living entities. The vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihashtani. Shuni chaiva shapake cha pandita samadarshana. The real saintly person sees all living beings equally. He sees no difference between the Brahmin, the cow, the elephant, the dog eater. Pandita samadarshana. In the present day, people invent some rubbish about Hindutva. The Hindus are good, the Muslims are bad. And this is called Hindutva. But I call it rubbish-tva. Because it's against Bhagavad Gita. And what is your Hinduism without Bhagavad Gita? In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna never says the Hindus are good, the Muslims are bad. I'm the Hindu god, and I'm against this, that. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihashtani. I don't see that the Brahmins are good and the Shudras are bad. The Hindus are good, the Muslims are bad. The human beings are good, the animals are bad. They're all part of me. Drakshasyatman yato mai. That's what you'll see. Samadarshana. All the living beings are equal. So why should we give importance to one group? This group is good, that group is bad. By artificial bodily designations. This is skin disease. The whole Bhagavad Gita is speaking against this. That I've got a Brahmin skin, so I'm higher. I was born in a Brahmin family. And you've got Shudra skin. That means you're a skin dealer only. Like a cobbler. The cobbler is dealing with skins. So you're claiming to be a Brahmin, you're claiming to be Pakka Hindu, and you're like a cobbler. You're dealing in skin. This skin, that skin, Hindu skin, Muslim skin, Brahmin skin. This is all rubbish. Samasarveshu bhuteshu. Krishna says one should see all living beings with equal vision. With equal vision. Everyone is part of Krishna. Bhamavart manuvartante manusya partha sarvasha. But for political reasons, we divide into different groups. This group is good, this group is bad. I'm for this group, I'm against that group, vote for me. And these things are going on. This is all demonic. So one has to receive real knowledge from Bhagavad Gita as it is. Not Bhagavad Gita as distorted for some political purpose, or so-called Hindutva without Bhagavad Gita, or Hindutva with Bhagavad Gita in name only. We wave the flag of Bhagavad Gita. But have you read Bhagavad Gita? No. Or yes, I've read Bhagavad Gita. What is the message of Bhagavad Gita? Hindutva. So this is punar moham, to fall under illusion again, by not understanding Krishna properly, not understanding Bhagavad Gita properly through the parampara system. The Bhagavad Gita is not meant to be a plaything for politicians and mental speculators. It's a book of knowledge to be received from the pure devotees of the Lord. Bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam yetad uttamam. So, when one actually understands this knowledge, then he sees Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone is part of Krishna. I'm also part of Krishna. And our business is to serve Krishna. Because without serving Krishna, no one will be happy. And therefore he tries to engage himself in the service of Krishna and tries to bring others to the service of Krishna. This is the perfection of knowledge. Bahunam janmanam ante gyanaman mam prapadyate. Vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. The actual Mahatma is the person who understands after many, many births that Krishna is everything, and I should therefore engage myself in the devotional service of Krishna. Yes. Yesham tvantagatam papam jananam punyakarmanam te dvanvamoha nirmukta bhajante mam drita prita. When one stops sinful activities, one can understand these things. Sinful activities means gambling, intoxicants, illicit sex, meat eating. These are the pillars of sinful life. And now these things, of course, are being promoted like anything in India as sophisticated, as advanced, as civilized, as normal. But these are all degraded activities. Gambling, illicit sex, intoxicants, and animal killing. The so-called, yes, India is like practically in the top 10 of animal killing countries. What is this great civilization where not only animal killing, cow killing, top 10, maybe even top 5 of cow killing countries. So what kind of advanced civilization is that? Well, actually, one has to have knowledge. And even if one is the most sinful person, it doesn't matter what his background is. Api chedasi papebhya sarvebhya papakritama. If he's the most sinful person, it doesn't matter. Sarva jnana plavenaiva vijanam santarishyasi. When situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, he can cross over the ocean of material miseries. This material world is an ocean of material miseries. Dukhalayam ashashvatam. Especially in Kali Yuga. Doshanidhi. The material world in this age especially is like an ocean of troubles. In any age, but especially this age. But one can be situated in this boat of spiritual knowledge. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I'm Krishna's servant, and my business in life is to dedicate myself one way or the other to the service of Krishna. One may be a brahmachari, one may be a married man, one may be retired, one may be sannyasi. It doesn't matter. In any order, one can dedicate one's life to the service of Krishna. And that's the real civilization. That's the real civilization. To be dedicated to the loving service of the Lord. Yataidhamsi samidhognir bhasmasat kuruterjana Gyanagni sarvakarmani bhasmasat kurute tata. When there's a blazing fire, it burns up as much firewood as you supply to it. It doesn't matter. The more the better. Similarly, whatever material activities one has performed, whatever one's background, just like that Valmiki was a murderer. But by chanting the holy name of Lord Ram, he became a saintly person. There are many such examples. Many such examples. Jamil became a most degraded person, but by chanting the holy name of Narayan, he became purified. So it doesn't matter how big the supply of one's past material activities, sinful activities. When one is situated in transcendental knowledge, that knowledge of Krishna consciousness can burn to ashes any amount of sinful reactions. Nahi gyanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate. There's nothing as pure, as sublime, as transcendental knowledge. Nahi gyanena sadrisham. Nothing equals this. Nahi gyanena sadrisham. Pavitra. Not sacrifices, not this, not that. When one comes to this knowledge of Krishna consciousness, nothing is more purifying than this. And tat swayam yoga samsiddha kalena atmani bindati. When one becomes situated in Krishna consciousness, then in due course of time, he becomes mature in his practice and enjoys this transcendental knowledge within himself. Now I'm trying to enjoy this material world one way or another way, and the result is frustration. But if I engage myself in the service of Krishna, then it may take some time, but everything good takes some time. Everything good takes some time. So Rupa Goswami recommends that one should engage in the service of Krishna with all enthusiasm, with all confidence in the result, and at the same time, patiently. That because I'm following the correct process, in due time the result will be there. Just like a woman who's just been married, she can't say, well, now I'm married, where's my child? Married women have children, I'm married, why don't I have a child? No, you just serve your husband, and in due time, because you're married, you'll have a child also. So in the same way, we should know that if we take up this chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and if we take seriously this message of Bhagavad Gita as it is, read this Bhagavad Gita regularly, and try to understand the transcendental message in the association of devotees, then in due course of time, all success will be there, and we'll be able to be in that boat of transcendental knowledge and sail over the ocean of miseries. So the business of the Krishna consciousness movement is for the devotees to become mature in understanding this message of Krishna and to distribute this message of Krishna for the benefit of others. There's no knowledge as sublime and pure as the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, given as it is, and therefore this knowledge should be distributed for the benefit of the misdirected civilization of the world. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Are there any questions? Is there a second microphone? Dusra mic hai? Hand mic hai? Anyway, speak loud.
So we say nowadays everything in the world is like quick.
We see now in the world that everything is quick.
Everyone wants quick results.
Everyone wants quick results.
So when we are preaching, when people are coming to Krishna consciousness and we're talking about patience, so everyone is looking for the quick results.
So people come, but they expect some quick results. Well, if you want to be cheated, then go to the quick results store. You know? That will snap our fingers, and in 10 minutes, you'll be God. You'll realize that you're God. You know, some quick, easy, cheap solution. And just like that. So, if you want to be cheated, there are plenty of cheaters out there. You don't have to follow any rules and regulations. You don't have to give up any so-called sinful activities. You just chant our mantra for 5 minutes, or you just join our club, or worship our Swamiji, and you'll get all perfection. Your life will be, what is that thing called? Anyway, you'll have a wonderful life. So, for people who want to be cheated, cheaters are available. Krishna supplies. And for those who are serious, just like suppose if I tell you that, why do you have to go to some IIT and spend so much 4 years, hard work, hard study? You come to my place and you study for 6 weeks, and you'll know everything. Very good. Why should I go to IIT when in 6 weeks I can learn everything over here? So the fool will go there. And the intelligent person will think that, wait a second, in 6 weeks I'm going to, then why? He'll understand this is cheating. Or get rich quick schemes. In business, if you're going to make, 1 crore of rupees and it's only going to take you 2 weeks and it will happen, now you're a poor man, you'll be a rich man. Sounds very nice, but an intelligent person will say, whoa, better keep my money safe. This is a cheating proposition. You just give me all your money. The Nigerians are very expert in this. They send some email that my brother is having a big inheritance, but to get it, he just needs some little help, and he needs to get over this, so if you can send 10 lakhs and put it in this account, then 60 lakhs will come back to you. And people believe it and lose all their money. So yes, the world is attracted to quick results, but the world is foolish, and we shouldn't be fooled. This is quick enough. By chanting Hare Krishna, you're getting quick results, but not cheating quick, reasonable quick. And quick by the authoritative method, not quick by some cheating.
Well, in verses like these, I've often been asked about the word yoga.
You're always, in verses like this, you're asked about the word yoga. Yoga sang siddha, kalenatmani bindati.
One who has become accomplished in the practice of devotional service rejoices.
Prabhupada translates one who becomes accomplished in the practice of devotional service, but the text says yoga. But Krishna says, Yogi Namapi Sarvesham, Madgatain Antaratmana, Shraddhavan, Bhajate Yomam, Same Yukta Tamomata. Who's the best yogi? The person who's engaged in Krishna bhajan, devotional service. So Yoga Sang Siddha, perfection in yoga finally means devotional service. I said that transcendental knowledge is very important. Actually, Krishna said that. I'm just repeating. Devotion is more important, but that's knowledge. They're separating. Knowledge means devotional service to Krishna. Knowledge means action only, also. Knowledge doesn't mean just something that you keep in a compartment in your head. Knowledge means that you can act on that knowledge. Just like somebody, he's studied business. So he's studied business, the proof that he's understood his courses is that he goes out and makes money. Otherwise, he's got an MBA, he went to some big business school, and he has no money in his pocket. Then what is the meaning of his education? There was some man who was asked, "Are you intelligent?" He said, "Wait a second, let me look in my pocket and see." Because if there's money in my pocket, I must be intelligent. So anyway, there must be practical activity. Otherwise, knowledge is theoretical and useless. Just like if you were to hear that suddenly there was an alarm that this building is on fire. So you sit there and you say, well, this is very interesting. It appears from the alarm that some combustion is taking place, and therefore there will be extreme heat and flames, and gradually the different combustible materials in the building will catch fire, and perhaps the structure will collapse and we'll die. And the percentage of that is actually quite high according to the historical analysis. And you sit there discussing combustion and structural failures. That means you haven't understood. The person who's actually got knowledge heads for the door. There's a fire, let's go, run. He has knowledge. One of my students, he was in charge of is in charge of our temple in Leicester, and there was a gas canister, and one of the devotees said, this gas canister is smelling funny. So he picked up the canister, he smelled gas, he said, run! And all the devotees ran out into the street. And when the last devotee reached the street, the kitchen blew up. Kitchen blew up, and the whole structure was demolished. So that was knowledge, not theoretically. Theoretical. There is generally a relationship between this smell and the possibility that the canister could be leaking. And run. That's knowledge. And therefore, everyone was saved. Life and death, actually. So this is knowledge, not to sit and so-hum, so-hum, so-hum. Knowledge means action. Drakshasyatman yato mayi. Yomam eva masamudho. Janati purushottamam. Sasarvavid. Krishna says, one who actually has knowledge understands that I'm Purushottam, that I'm the ultimate Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sasarvavid. He knows everything. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Krishna is everything. He knows that Krishna is everything, therefore he knows everything. End of story? No. Sasarvavid bhajati mam. He knows that I'm Purushottam, and therefore he engages in my service. Bhajati mam sarva bhavena bhadata. With all bhav, love and devotion. That's knowledge. Knowledge is not some separate thing that we keep in a little knowledge container. Knowledge is something that changes your life, and changing your life means changing what you do with your life. Before getting knowledge, Arjuna was just crying, I can't fight. And after getting knowledge, Krishna, you're the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you're telling me to fight, Kodeshye vachanam tava, I'll do what you say. That was knowledge. Krishna asked him, is your illusion now destroyed? Yes, nashta moha smritir labdha tvat prasada. Yes, my illusion is now gone, therefore I'm ready to do as you say. That's knowledge. Excuse me? Which is important, knowledge or love? What is knowledge? Excuse me? Yeah, to know something, but to know what? Huh? To know Krishna. So now, once you know Krishna, what do I have to know about Krishna? I have to know that Krishna is Purushottam. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I'm his Ansh, his tiny part, and therefore my business is to serve him. That's knowledge. Now when I have that knowledge, what do I do? Bhajati mam sarva bhavena. I'll engage in Krishna's service with love and devotion. So the conclusion of knowledge is love and devotion. But simply love and devotion without knowledge also doesn't look very good. Some sentimental show, oh, I love Krishna. But do you understand who Krishna is? No. Have you read Bhagavad Gita? No. Do you follow any of the things? No. Do you act in service to Krishna? No. It's all just love. Love is practical. Just like suppose you come home from work and you say to your wife, so the dinner is ready? She says, I love you so much. Not enough. Love is practical. Dinner will be on the table. So loving Krishna means serving Krishna under the direction of a devotee of Krishna. Yes. We are busy in household affairs, mundane. We're busy in mundane activities. How can we offer the transcendental service to the Lord? You begin at the beginning. Chant Hare Krishna. Read Bhagavad Gita every day. People are reading the newspaper every day. We can read Bhagavad Gita every day. 2 pages, 4 pages. Come as you're doing and associate with the devotees. Hear from them something about Krishna. Ask them something about Krishna. Do some service. You begin. And increase. It's not that because I'm in householder life I can't serve Krishna. You come to the temple, you'll learn all the techniques, how to serve Krishna in your home also. Whatever we're doing in the temple, big scale, you can do at home, small scale. Then your home also becomes a temple. We're offering food to Krishna, you can offer food to Krishna at home. We're having kirtan before the Lord, you can have kirtan at home before the Lord. We're inviting people to come and chant with us, you can invite people to come, chant with you. Everything you can do. Is that okay? Transcendental service and devotional service, same. No difference. Last question, because I have an appointment. Okay.
The enthusiasm you talked about.
Excuse me?
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
When the Prabhupada was there was a lot of enthusiasm with the Prabhupada disciples. Still now, why
There was a lot of enthusiasm when Prabhupada was there, so there's a lot of enthusiasm now also.
a lot of enthusiasm the Prabhupada, but
Uh-huh.
we can see enthusiasm is lacking.
I don't see Gopal Krishna Maharaj is as enthusiastic now as he was when Prabhupada was here. You've got 14 temples in Delhi only. There's no rule that when Prabhupada is here you'll be enthusiastic, when he's not here you'll not be enthusiastic. And who says he's not here also?
The Prabhupada disciples, there is a lot of enthusiasm is there. But in video, like me, there is
You should be more enthusiastic. We're all Prabhupada disciples, this disciple, that disciple. There's no rule that Prabhupada's disciples can be enthusiastic, no one else can be enthusiastic. You can be more enthusiastic. There's no fence built around enthusiasm. They don't have a sign. Prabhupada disciples only.
It's like during the Prabhupada time, the energy was bundled. There was many activities in a less time. Within 10 years, it has been.
So many things happened in Prabhupada's time, so many things are happening after Prabhupada's time. It's enthusiasm, just like you've built this temple. So in Prabhupada's time, actually we built some temples also, but they took a long time. You're distributing books more than in Prabhupada's time. So distribute more and more. Prabhupada was pushing us that you distributed this many last year, you distribute double this year. So you can do that. I have to go, I have an appointment. Thank you very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.